going on, guys? Welcome back to Small Stage Slaughter. I am Cody, as always, and with me is Marcus. He doesn't have a camera today. Yeah, we'll
Technical
just leave it at that.
difficulties. Sorry about
And
that.
and with us today, we have the honor of talking to Jim from uh, HKSPK, a black metal band out of Germany. Super excited to talk to him, ask him a bunch of questions and all that stuff. So I'll kind of let you take it off, Jim, and kind of tell about yourself, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Um, I'm very honored to be here. It's my first time ever talking to like an American magazine, if I may say so. Um, yeah, as you said, I'm Jim, the lead guitarist and vocalist for the German black death metal band called HKSPK. Our band was founded in 2023 and is consisting of, as I already said, me on lead guitar and vocals, Leon on rhythm guitar, and Arne on the drums. So it's just a three-piece. Yeah, and we have already released an album, an EP, and we are now working on the promo for our second album, which is coming out on the 11th of September.
And that's the I'm sorry if I mispronounce it, but Heimker, right?
Yeah, yeah, Heimkehr.
Okay. And that's the one that we're going to discuss today.
All
And
right,
then after it releases, we'll throw it on here and promote it for you guys too. So
all right.
that'll be really fun. I listened to what was the I think it's the one song that you guys have dropped from there. Yeah, Rotten Despair.
Yeah,
I listened to that one this morning and I really like it. It's definitely very atmospheric and I really like it.
thank you.
Uh, so you guys formed in 2022? Is that what you said?
2023.
2023. Okay. So you've been at it for 3 years now. Uh,
Yeah.
so where do you guys like being in Germany? Where do you guys pull all like a lot of your like influence when you're writing, or like where do you guys pull influence from?
Oh, our influences have a really wide range, as I may add, because we listen to a lot of different stuff, not only black metal, but also death metal. Um, Recently, we have been listening to a lot of war metal and slam, so we have a lot of different influences, especially from the German black metal scene, bands like Nagarot or Aisling, or more local bands like Marvurim and stuff like that. Yeah, it's especially the melodic black metal bands from our area that have a big influence on us. But we always try not to copy other bands or adapt their style, but we are always open for any new bands and new releases. Yeah, so you can hear a lot of different influences through our yet small discography, ranging from classic death metal like Obituary or Cannibal Corpse, and black metal, as I already said, like Nagarot and stuff like that.
Okay. Uh, so what's the music scene like where you are in Germany? Like, do you guys have a fairly big like metal scene out there, or do you kind of have to go out from where you live?
Like our local area, which is called Brandenburg, um, the scene there is not the biggest. It was far bigger back in the past. A lot of bands don't exist anymore that have been around in the 90s, but in other German states, it's definitely bigger, and there are a lot of new festivals coming out and a lot of small extreme metal bands. So I would say the scene was basically dead for a while, but I think it has a comeback.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys have that one. What's that metal festival over there? I was just
There
talking
are a
to.
lot.
Yeah, there's a big one. I feel like I was just
Fucking?
talking to. Yeah, I think so. I was just when I
Yeah.
was talking to the guy from Serbia. He was talking about wanting to go there and go to it because like Dark Funeral's gonna be there, and I don't
Ah,
remember what.
Dark Funeral. They also were at Partisan Festival,
Okay, maybe
which
that
is
was what
also
it
a bigger
was.
festival. Um, I was at Partisan this year and I saw Dark Funeral, Marduk, and other bands there.
Oh, I'm jealous. I want to see Dark Funeral so bad. They never come to
They
my
were sick.
area of the U.S.
They were sick, definitely.
Oh, so how long have you been playing guitar? Like with like
Um,
outside of the band?
I started a few months before the pandemic began, as I know. I started playing acoustic guitar because we didn't have anything else at home. Um, and I guess it was at the end of 2020 when I got my first electric guitar on Christmas. So yeah, basically I play electric guitar for 5 years now.
Okay.
Around 5 years, yeah.
Nice.
Marcus, you got anything? I don't want to drone
Yeah.
you out.
Um, which song on Heimcare was the hardest for you personally to turn into music and why?
Oh, that's a good question. I would probably say the title track, Heimkehr. Um, it comes out with the album, and because it is our so far it's our longest track with 6 minutes. Our usual song time ranges between 2 or 4 minutes. So yeah, I guess the hardest part about writing and arranging this song was, I mean, it was our plan to make it as long as possible. It was a little dream for us to like write and arrange a song that is longer than our usual like song length. So yeah, that was it was very fun, but kind of exhausting because we spent a lot of time writing it, arranging it, and finding a good arrangement in that song. But we are very happy with the result and how it turned out. And yeah, we are excited for what the people may think about this song because so far it's not just our longest song, it's our most favorite song.
I always love a good long metal song. Ugh.
Yeah,
Uh,
this definitely was something new for us, writing a song that's over 6 minutes long. So yeah, we are very happy with the result.
that's
Okay.
good.
If I remember right, Heimkehr means returning home, right?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
It's a word from the German language that is it's not used in a common German sentence, so it has a lot deeper meaning than just coming back home.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
yes, I would say it means coming back home from a big adventure, something like that, and that's why we choose it as an album title and as a song title because it describes the themes of the song and the feeling of coming back home from a concert or a music journey. So that's why we choose it as a title.
that's pretty cool.
The dope
Uh,
ass Iron Maiden shirt, by the way.
yeah.
Ah, thank you.
Uh, so what kind of like was there a specific band that pushed you into wanting to play more this style of music, or was it just like a combination?
It was, it definitely was a combination because all three of us have very different influences from a lot of different genres and bands. Um, for example, I grew up with more classic bands like Motorhead, Slayer, Iron Maiden, and stuff like that. And later, I got into the more extreme stuff. Um, and our guitarist Leon, he was introduced to the scene through bands like Kiss and later Slipknot and Amon Amarth and stuff like that. Um, the one person that basically introduced us to the more extreme metal scene was our drummer Arne because he already grew up with music like that. So he basically skipped all the classics. I mean, if you ask him, name me three Judas Priest songs, you can wait for a response. But he knows all the underground bands. It's sick. Also he's he basically is an encyclopedia of underground black metal bands, and that's very sick.
Yeah, that is cool. That's I always like the underground. I feel like the underground stuff always has more like emotion put into it,
Yeah,
and you get way more of like a raw feel from
yeah.
them. uh, shit, Marcus, you got anything?
Um, let's see. What is one thing each member brings to HKSPK that the other two couldn't replace? I had to look that one up, but
Excuse me, could you please repeat that?
yeah. What is one thing that each member brings to HKSPK that the
Yeah.
other two couldn't replace?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, as I already said, we all grew up with different influences and bands, and so our musical approach to writing a song is way different. I mean, it works. It works pretty well. Um, but whatever you prepare for the other members to play for the song, it always ends up different. And I think that's a very great thing. Like, I have a different melodic sense than the other two members, but that's not a bad thing. It works pretty well. Um, Even though we have a very different approach between us, it all comes together as a song and as a whole album. And I think that's pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you have you guys played any shows yet?
Yes, indeed. We start our first show. We played our first show not even um, oh, I would say different. We basically have just been existing for 4 or 5 months, and we already had our first gig in 2023 in our home city called Frankfurt Oder. And since then, we could connect with other bands from the local scene. We were able to play smaller festival shows like at Godless Mountain or Metal Underground Resistance, or we were able to play our first show in a foreign country in Czech Republic. That was sick. And we had the honor to support Asagraum and Inisum in Berlin, so that was pretty great. Yeah, also, well, so far we just play like smaller clubs, festivals, and stuff like that. And right now, I mean, we are ready with the album. The album is coming out in September, and now our next wish is to play as many shows as possible and to get the stuff out to a live audience. So yeah, we definitely want to play more shows than so far.
Okay. What's been the craziest show you guys have played at so far?
Um, well, there are a lot of them, but I would definitely say the support show for Asagraum and Denisum in Berlin, because it was just perfect. It was like a 10 out of 10 dream show because everything worked fine. We had a great time with the other bands, which are like up here when HKSPK is here. So that was definitely great. Yeah, we had a very big audience. We had a lot of fun. We had a great night, and that was definitely a night we will never forget. And yeah, and also the smaller festival shows, which were pretty great because you get to know a lot of different bands from the local scene and like bigger German metal scene, which is pretty sick. Yeah, I would say it's definitely the smaller festivals and the support gigs for bigger bands that have been like very crazy, very wonderful, as I may say. Yeah, that's something we will reminisce about like each day or every time that we meet up, we talk about those shows.
That's cool. It's always nice to hear about you guys playing with bigger bands and kind of getting yourselves out there more because, you know, there's a lot of people that'll go to those shows for the bigger bands and end up finding out that they really like the smaller bands. So it's always nice to hear
Yeah.
about people doing that. Uh, so I gotta ask, how far away are you from like Cologne, with like the Cologne Cathedral? Are
How
you
far away? I can only say it in kilometers. I guess uh 500, 600 kilometers. I
okay?
don't know exactly, but it's something like that. It's on the whole other side of the country. So
Okay, okay.
I
I
guess
it's
600 kilometers, something like that.
it's a bucket list item of mine to get over there and see the Cologne Cathedral sometime. So
Ah,
that's the
cool.
only reason I was asking.
I
uh
also have never been there, so yeah.
oh really?
Yeah, it's too far away, and yeah, and I got more into the approach of like learn about the East German sites and the castles and the all the sites in the beautiful cities like Dresden and Leipzig. So yeah, I wasn't able yet to go to Cologne, but it's definitely on my bucket list. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks really cool. I really like Gothic architecture and all that
yeah.
stuff. So to see that, it would yeah, it's a dream of mine to get out there sometime. So like your English is really like really good. Like, is that
Thank you.
something you've learned in like school, or you've just kind of picked it up on your own? Like,
It's a little bit of both. Basically, the English that we had at our school wasn't really that helpful to talk to other people. It's it was very basic, and I was able to like extend my vocabulary through listening through through the music, reading the lyrics, try to translate it into German and learn about the meanings and about of the words. And what also played a big role was watching like a lot of English content creators like Bradley Hall or Stevie T or Music is Win, which are also pretty popular in Germany, which was surprising to me. And I guess that also played a big role in learning English. And I can also recommend it to like if some foreign people watch it and want to like extend their English knowledge, just watch some English content creators, watch some English YouTubers, and you get used to the language and know what the words basically mean. And it come for me, it came automatically, basically.
okay, yeah, I didn't want that to sound like a shitty question or anything. It's just you're really well spoken in English, so I
Thank you.
uh
Yeah, you speak English way better than my uncle spoke German. His German was broken, but he was stationed in Frankfurt for fuck like 5, 6 years.
Oh, okay. I have to admit, German is a hard language. Even for us Germans, we sometimes get confused with the meaning of different words and sentences. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it
there's
starts with the art. I'm so jealous of like native English speakers because you have only one article, the, and in Germany you have like I don't know 6 million or something like that, which
yeah, there's
sometimes
multiple ways to say the word the.
that's
well
crazy.
basically you basically just have der, die, das, but there are a lot of variations of it and different cases of how to use it. Yeah, I I feel for the people who try to learn German because it's not that easy, even sometimes for German guys.
That's crazy. Well, I wanted to learn German, but that might go out the window for me.
I mean, it would be great if you try, I guess.
uh
Definitely a neat language to learn.
oh yeah. Uh so if you could play one show with any bands, like backing up any bands, who would the like the your dream concert be? Dream show.
Oh, that's great. I don't think that a venue can hold this many bands. No, but no, we definitely have our list of bands that we want to support or play with. One of them definitely is Nagaroth. Right now, they recently played a tour in South America and are now focusing on the Asian market. And they haven't played a German show for like 2 years or something. So not only would it be great to play with them, but to see them live again, that would already be an honor. But yeah, a lot of German black metal bands like Nagarot, Icing, stuff like that. Um, of course, the bigger ones from the scene, like our biggest death metal influences, like Obituary and Cannibal Corpse, which are like the the top league of bands. Yeah, well, I have to say the list is very long, but yeah, those were some examples of bands that we would like to play with.
Okay. Do you prefer Cannibal Corpse with Chris or Cannibal Corpse with George?
Oh,
Or both.
I
Or
I have
both.
I mean they both have their abilities definitely. From a songwriting point, I would definitely say Chris Barnes. And the early Cannibal Corpse era was one of the best vocal eras that he ever had. But as he started to get into those shrieky wheeze, those high vocals, he kind of destroyed his voice, not only through that, but through the whole drug stories and stuff like that. Um, from a vocal ability point, I would say like George Fisher, definitely. I love them both, I have to say, and I would definitely would want to see 6 Feet Under live, just because why not? I already saw Cannibal Corpse and it was fucking great, but from a yeah, they both have their abilities. From a songwriting point, for me, it's Chris Barnes, and from a ability point, it's George.
That's kind of how I am. I mean, I got Tomb of the Mutilated right there behind me, the vinyl.
Ah, yeah, I see it.
And then I've got two of the
By the
George
way,
era CDs, so
almost all of the Chris Barnes era Cannibal albums are like, well, or have been forbidden in Germany for like a very long time. When they came out in the 90s, I remember, and all like a friend of mine who has experienced the 90s metal scene in Germany, he tried to buy the then new Tomb of the Mutilated and Butchered at Birth vinyls. And he was very lucky because 1 hour after he bought them, they were already confiscated.
oh,
So if you are lucky, you find them nowadays, but it's still very hard to get a good Cannibal Corpse vinyl here in Germany
you probably got to
because
get
of
like
the whole,
bootlegs.
yeah, because of the whole blasphemy and brutality and explicit content thing. It was very hard to get, and it still is.
That's crazy. That's
When I
crazy.
when I saw them 2 years ago in Berlin, um, they didn't play their most famous songs like "I See Her in Blood" or "Hammer Smashed Face" and stuff like that. They didn't play those songs for
Oh, that
whatever
sucks.
reason. That was kind of damage, like not emotional, but it was pretty sad to me and for everybody else because that's the reason the people want to see Cannibal Corpse because of those classic songs.
Yeah.
Not that their new stuff is bad or something like that, but I want to see Hammer Smashed Face live.
Yeah.
I want to see George Fisher losing his head, and I want to see the neck. I want
Yeah.
to see the Chris Barnes era Cannibal Corpse songs, and they didn't do it for some reason.
That sucks. Yeah, I think my favorite like George era song is Scourge of Iron. I really
Yeah,
like that song.
the Reservation Plague is also such a banger, and
Yep.
they didn't play that. They also didn't play those two songs.
Oh, what the hell? I
So
hate
they
it when bands do that.
Yeah. I mean, I looked up afterwards what the reason is because of that. I mean, they didn't have Eric Rutan, the other guitarist, with them, so it was a four-piece lineup on this evening. But still, it's not like they need two guitarists for those specific songs. For
Yeah.
some reason, they didn't do it. And when I asked some friends from other cities, it was the same case for them. They didn't play the classics. And I can't imagine that it's because there's a guitarist missing. I mean, it was said that he wasn't there because of family business. And yeah, but still, it's still very sad that I didn't witness those legendary songs live. Yeah.
Um. So do you guys? I'm looking at your website right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like merch and stuff like that you sell, or is it just like CDs or? Oh, excuse
No,
me.
we have
Sorry.
a. Everything's good. No, we have a. We definitely have merch. We have shirts, patches, CDs, and stuff like that. Um, we also had like beanies, which are sold out right now, but we try to bring them back this autumn.
Okay.
We have a Bandcamp site, and that's where you can get our merch.
Okay. Okay. So what goes into like making like I haven't seen it. Do you guys have like designs and stuff, or is it just your logo, or like do you guys have like artwork on them?
Yes, we have designs. Our first shirt design basically just shows the design of our first backdrop that we had. And the second design is the artwork from an old single that we once released, Zuletzt Rauhnacht. And it shows a ruin with our HKSPK logo. But right now, at this moment, we work on new merch designs for the new album. Like we try to work on the bird that is on our Rotten Despair single
Okay.
artwork. We try to like work on that and get it onto merch. We have a new patch collection which shows the Rotten Despair artwork if you look it up. Yeah, but
Yeah, I see that right here.
there's definitely more coming.
Okay. Yeah, I like the shirts. I've got it pulled up. I like the shirts with the full name across. I like the design of your full name. It looks really cool. Real
No, thank you,
basic, but it looks really. It's a really cool basic look.
thank you.
So are they just like pictures that have been taken that you guys put on shirts, or did somebody like design the whole layout of that? Like, because it's like a what is it like over like a lake or something? It's like a tree line.
Yeah, it's a lake, it's a swamp that is based on a photo that our drummer took on vacation. So he basically, yeah, he is like a hitchhiker and stuff. He does
Oh,
stuff like that. I could never do that. Um, but he took that photo, he sent it to me, and was like, dude, that looks freaking sick. Do something with that. I don't care. And I run it through a lot of black and white filters and stuff like that. And we adapted into a backdrop and a shirt design. And the other shirt design, which shows ruin, this design is based on a painting by a famous German painter, Caspar David Friedrich. I don't
okay.
know if you have heard of that name, but he's like very famous in the German art scene and outside of the country. Like I don't know if you know that painting, but his most famous work is a man standing on a rock watching over an atmospheric landscape. I don't know if
Okay.
you know the painting, but
Huh.
that's his more famous work. And our guitarist is a art student, and he saw that painting in a museum, and he sent a picture to us and was like, "We need to use that." I It looks freaking sick. Do something with that. And yeah, we adapted into a single artwork for a single that we released in the past year, Zuletzt Rauhnacht, and we thought it was cool. It looks great, and we adapted onto a shirt design, and we also uh, printed out some roll-up banners for stage, which also show the rune design. We thought it was pretty sick, so we adapted onto our merch and our stage design and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I finally found it. I got to look at all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like your guys' logo. It looks really cool. A lot of like the drips and it looks really
Oh,
cool.
thank
I'll
you.
make sure I link all of that in the description when we post the video, but
Thank you so much.
yeah, no problem, no problem. So you guys must have a fairly decent following in well, I guess all over, cuz I noticed on your Spotify when I pulled up your Spotify, you had like 12,000 monthly listeners.
Yeah, that's sick. That's something we could have never imagined like a year ago or something like that. Yeah, it's definitely linked to nocturnal beheading, torture, and rotten despair. And we also have to give a big credit to our like band CEO, as we call her, Tina.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so she did a lot of good work on promoting the songs and getting it out to a wider audience and stuff like that. So without her, we definitely would still would be stuck on our 500 monthly listeners and not 12,000, which is pretty amazing.
oh. Sorry, I had to blow my nose real quick. Starting to
Oh,
run.
okay.
Oh man. So are you guys gonna be planning on doing like an album release tour once the new album does come out?
We will definitely play a album release show in our in our home city, which we didn't play in like for 2 years or something like that. So it's kind of a homecoming show and an album release show with like other bands that we know have been knowing for like 3 years.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I kind of have to disappoint everyone who's watching that. No, there's not going to be an album release tour. Um, yeah, it's just too expensive and too complicated to arrange and to organize and stuff like that. But we definitely plan on going on tour someday,
Okay.
which is also like a big dream for us to tour with a very cool band, to experience all these new cities and countries and stuff like that. So that's definitely on our bucket list.
Okay. Ugh.
But not this year, I have to disappoint you.
One of these days, we'll get out to get out to Europe and go see a lot of the bands that we've talked to. Because, like I said, we've talked to a band in the UK and a band in it was a solo project in Serbia called Dirthead.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Uh, but yeah, so it says that you recorded, mixed, and mastered this album in at Room 13. Is that like a studio?
It's basically our rehearsal space, which we kind of rearranged to a half rehearsal space, half studio.
Okay, so
And we
you
want
guys do all that yourself then?
yes,
Okay.
everything from writing, arranging, recording, producing, mixing, mastering, promoting, releasing. It's all on us.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm going through all of your. Tina sent me all like the whole like press release for all of this, so I kind of
Yeah.
going through all of that and uh, reading some of it, seeing what all it. You guys got a lot of magazines over there that have done stuff for you, huh?
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. Holy crap! Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that it all is linked to back in in winter 2025 when we released the first single to our EP, The Human Butcher. Um, I can't remember what the magazine was called, but it was the single that got us into the music magazine metal zine scene, as I would say. And yeah, from then it kept going. And I still haven't read all of them. So
Yeah. So with you guys like doing everything like mixing and all of that, what's the most challenging part of like your recording, mixing, like all of that? What's the most challenging part of that, would you say?
um, I wouldn't say that the producing progress, all the mixing and mastering stuff, is complicated. We kind of worked on building a system to record and produce our music ourselves, which at this point is working really well. And we didn't have anything that bothers us in that progress. Um, yeah, I guess it's the more complicated stuff is promoting the new material and
Okay.
getting it out to an audience and yeah, keep up with the upload schedule and stuff like that.
I
But per
gotcha.
se, the producing progress isn't that complicated, at least not anymore, because we kind of evolved our own producing progress, which is working pretty well, I have to say.
Well, that's good. It's not that you don't have any complicating parts in that. Makes it kind of go a little smoothly then.
Yeah.
So what's your guys' like writing style? Like how do you guys go about like when you guys are writing new songs, or is it just like one of you? Do you guys kind of get together and just kind of fiddle around and see what works? How does that go?
Yeah, it's basically just like you said it. Most of our songs are based on spontaneous jam sessions and stuff like that. Um, At other times, one of us has a riff idea or a rhythm idea or something like that. He brings it in, and we kind of build our song around that idea. And the whole progress of writing and arranging songs is very natural. It didn't change since our first song. It
Okay.
has been very natural as a progress.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's awesome. It sounds like you guys all have chemistry with each other.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely it works pretty well, and I'm very happy about that because that's not something usual nowadays in the music scene. Um, what I see in the German, not only metal scene but music scene, um, every music student who knows three chords or stuff like that is starting a band. And like in comparison, the music scene is like a shot glass of water, and the bands you have, not only in Germany but in the whole world, are like a big gallon full of bands. It's just too much, and everybody who I don't know can play Seven Nation Army on bass or stuff like that is thinking, yeah, I would love to start my own band. I mean, it's not a bad thing to start a band on your own. That's pretty great, but it's very hard to find good songwriting companions nowadays, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. You
Yeah.
have a lot of people who want to learn instruments, but only a few who are able to write good music or write good parts for a song. That is like not usual nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed too is that not everybody has great chemistry together. I feel like
Yeah.
everybody we've talked to has fairly decent chemistry together, but yeah, I feel like if you don't have the best chemistry with your bandmates, it's just not gonna really go anywhere because you essentially got to be best friends that can live with each other all the time essentially because
Yes.
when you go on tour you're stuck in a van with each other for hours on end.
Yeah, and that's basically what our chemistry is based on. We we are not
Oh, God.
musicians who happen to be friends. We are friends who happen to be musicians, and that's what plays a big part in our chemistry and our whole like band adventure and stuff like that. When we play a show or go to a festival and stuff like that, it's not, oh, we are a band, we play music and go home after that. No, it's three friends who love doing what they do and having a great time and like go on a small adventure and stuff like that. And that's pretty great and
Yeah,
something that I cherish like a lot.
I gotcha. Oh, well, shit. I think I'm starting to feel like absolute dog shit. I might have to get off of here.
Oh no.
Oh, you're good. I apologize. We'll definitely have to talk again after the album comes out and see how that's going for you guys. I do have one last question though when it comes
Yeah.
to like your guys's albums, your album, your EPs. Do you guys stick to a specific theme when it comes to each one, or does each one have a different theme to it, like what the songs are about?
I mean, all of the long form releases definitely have a theme on their own, but even then they kind of change in between the songs. And I would say our upcoming album is the first release that kind of has like connected theme between the songs, even though they sound different from each other. Like all of the songs are about going on adventures. They are about war, about death, and stuff like that. And I would say that this album is the first one that kind of has a concept, even though the songs may sound different from each other. Not only may, they do sound different from each other. But yeah, all of the albums have like a different theme going through the songs. And yeah, we'll see how it goes for our future releases. Right now, we are planning on getting our music out to a live audience and playing as many shows as possible. And yeah, so yeah, that's basically that's the plan. And we cannot uh, exactly tell you when the next thing is coming out, but we definitely won't stop at this album. So there's definitely gonna be like another EP or another album or a single and stuff like that.
Awesome.
I mean, when the ideas exist, we have to get them out. That's how our writing process is.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Marcus, did you have anything else?
Uh, I do not at the moment. I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we will yeah, like I said, we'll throw the album up here and play some of the songs for you guys and when it releases. We won't do it till it releases, but definitely get it on here, promote the shit out of it. Like I said, I liked the one song, Rotten Despair. I really liked
Thank you
that
so
song. I
much.
sent it to Marcus this morning too. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and can't
Thank you
wait to
so
put the
much.
rest of it on the show. It was really good talking to you. I apologize for having to cut this short.
Don't apologize. Everything's fine. I had a very good conversation. I had a lot of fun with you guys, and I had a very great time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
thank
Hopefully,
you, man.
yeah, hopefully we can talk to you again here soon.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
about we'll do it after the album comes out and just kind of see how things are going for you.
Great.
All right. Well, you have yourself a good rest of your night.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna go. I don't know. Hopefully, feel better. But yeah, you have a good night, man. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Thank you. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too, man.
You as
Bye.
well.
Oh fuck me.